Junior flexing, man, that's cute. Somebody break them in. Flexing with my dogs, flexing with my bras. I'm flexible when flexing, cause I flex like it's my job. You can't see me like Mirage, I'm flexing just because. How you gon' pull up in bull jigs when your car's in a garage? Never that. Did somebody ever say they better at flexing big? I go bigger, and that's how I get them back. You cannot flex on me or get the best of me. I'm master flex like Master Chef. I just get the recipe. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Look, I ain't playing no games with none of y'all. I won't play this.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
It's over to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over. What a line shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Good evening, everybody, XBL faithful. Hope you're all doing well this evening. We've got an exciting finish to the AA World Series here between Silly Power Ranger and TooEasyyy. Series is tied here 2 apiece, so we'll see at least 6 games and potentially a special 7th here. You got Zlat and Sham in the booth this evening. Sham, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm ready for some action here. I think we've seen a really even series so far, and I expect these to be 2 tight games and then an even tighter game 7, but we'll see.
Yeah, it should be exciting. They've put on quite the show so far. They've shown, some pitcher duels. Their bats kind of came into their own as the series has progressed so far. So it's been a lot of fun. Do you want to lead us into the first key of the game?
Yeah, so No Hummus had a prediction before the season started off, and we'll see if it comes true. Are we going to see a sub 500 regular season team take the AA season 17 crowd? At this point, I think it's a coin flip, at least, from our prediction standpoint. Both teams look great, and No Hummus, I wouldn't take it to Vegas, but it's not a bad prediction. For part 2 here, we're in game 5, which means we're probably going to see the 2 aces. In game 1, the hitting was pretty abysmal. We saw the Falcons hit 181, while the Mercs hit 107. So their aces are going to come out in game 5 and be pretty dominant. After that, the bats got warmed up and we started to see some pretty normal numbers. But I would expect probably a low-scoring game in game 5 here. But 6 and 7, I think, is when the fireworks are really going to pop off. And I think the first team to get hot is going to be the team that walks away with the crown here. They're either going to break through the other team's ace, or they're just going to wear them down and then get that reliever. They got to wear down both teams' ace of a reliever. There are 120K relievers that they've got just waiting behind the starters. But whoever pops off, I think, is going to take it. So that's my prediction. We'll see what the bats do. Just for some other stats for this series so far. The Falcons have scored 9 runs, while the Mercenaries have scored 16. So a little bit of a spread there, but it's still 2 games to 2 games. For homers, the Mercenaries have 10, which is an order of magnitude more than the Falcons, who only have 1. So maybe the Falcons can get those bats going, but the Mercs are clearly relying on the long ball to do damage on the scoreboard. And then finally, when it comes to strikeouts, so far the Falcons have K'd 19 Mercenaries, while the Mercenaries have K'd only 10 Falcons. So that may tell you something here, that the Mercs are either hitting a home run or striking out. But like I said, I think the firepower prediction is what I'm going to stand behind. We'll see who pops off first, and I think they're going to get the crown.
Yeah, all great points. Some of those I was hoping to bring up as well. So thanks for doing the little stat dive there. That's great. Thanks again to Wish, of course, for putting that together on the website out there for everybody to go check out. But yeah, I think I'd echo a lot of what was shared there. We saw Easy lead off the World Series by winning game 1 close. And then Silly coming back to tie it in game 2 and then go on to take a brief lead in the series with that 8-1 victory, all those home runs, followed up by Easy kind of coming back and tying the series. So we've had a lot of momentum swings, but to all of your points, I think we're set in for a great show and finish here to the series. So give us just a few moments here, folks, and we'll get everything fired up for you.
All right.
All right. Game 5, Apple
go.
Field. Raekwon with all the home runs he's hit this series. Let's see if he can throw out a stud performance here.
Hey, Shohei Ohtani of the AA. It's great to see him again.
Yeah, that's pretty wild with all the 2 pitcher dingers in the same game in a World Series.
Yeah, who does that?
That's crazy. We're going to see a close play here. Bang, bang.
Oh, wow.
I did not think it was going to be in time. Yeah, a janky little ball off the bat, but it gets the job done to earn the base there for Easy and his Falcons. Will start the game off with an infield single.
That's how it goes, right? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Absolutely. This one's going to be hard hit foul down that first base line. It's a 1-2 count. Way inside. Didn't even have a chance to swing at that one. See a runner take off. This one's on the ground. It's fair. So the
Wow.
runner advances.
That was hugging the line.
Yeah, it was 50-50 the whole way. The runner in scoring position, we've seen that a couple times, easies. I don't know how much of it is a mental component, but you know, we would like to, if you're a Falcons fan, like to see some conversion there for runners in scoring position, as he's going to round third briefly with the base rounder trait. Almost came to bite him back in the butt, but he gets back in time. So there's 2 away here in the top of the first. Runner at third for Major Payne.
Yeah, and I was looking up RBI stats for the first couple of games of the season. Oh, that's a good hit, but right to the left fielder. Yeah, I was looking up RBI stats. They're both teams are pretty low. We haven't seen too many runs batted in. I mean, obviously the Falcons have more runs batted in because they're not relying on the long ball here, but I think they've had a lot of opportunities that they need to close up. Convert.
Yeah,
That's the word I'm looking for, not close up.
Yeah,
Convert.
conversion, for sure. Yeah, we don't know the exact, I guess, the logistics of behind the scenes, how these guys played the games, you know, how many were played in one sitting. So I guess I'm interested to see if anything carries over from Game 4. We're still pretty early, so we'll have to see how that progresses. Here's this one's hit deep. That was a pitch left over the plate a little bit, and it's enough to go over the left field wall to break open the scoring here in the 5th game.
Wow. There we go, another long ball.
Yeah, Silly Power Ranger, that's just sort of his signature at this point of the series. The long ball is very much in play, and he shows us here early, 1st inning.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to worry about conversion if the ball just goes straight over the fence.
It's also against, you know, the Falcons ace and Arnold, who was able to go pretty deep, I believe, in Game 1, just to the dominant pitching performance. So that's going to take a bit of an early hit there for any sort of mojo. He's going to have to get some strikeouts and clean innings here to get back up to a potential locked-in mojo. It's going to take more effort this time around.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll see him lock in here pretty soon. I mean, I think it's not uncommon to have some early game hits given up in that 1st inning. But your starting pitcher can still lock in that 2nd inning pretty easily. All he needs is a few good strikeouts.
Yeah, and he does a good job to kind of regain himself there and come back with the clean inning, as this one's hit hard. Leadoff batter is going to hit this one just at the end of the warning track. Not enough for any sort of action on the bases.
Yeah, that's tough. You want to tell him, go to the weight room, do a couple more bench presses. Next time you'll get it.
Maybe 1 or 2 more power stats on the spreadsheet or something, right? Start thinking about things.
I know, I kept a notepad throughout the season of all the changes I want to make to my players, like between seasons, and definitely every time I hit warning track, I'm like, all right, one more to that guy, one more to him.
Seen some pretty good plate discipline from Easy so far. Although that last out, I believe that pitch was pretty low, so you might wish that one was back. But that's another point that's been going throughout the series here is the plate discipline. We see a 3-1 count now for Easy.
Ooh, that was high.
Swings at ball 4, yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, he's kicking himself for that.
Make no mistake there, though. That pitch, curveball, maybe above the zone, but definitely over the middle. So he turns that into a base hit up through the middle. We have a runner on first now with 2 outs.
Yeah, good. I mean, he luckily had that last strike to work with and got a good pitch to hit. Made it count.
A good take there to go 2-1. Gonna look for something outside, and he finds it. He drives that one into center as well. So back-to-back singles for the Falcons. And they're looking to brew something here as the pitcher comes up to the plate.
Well, maybe we'll see a pitcher hit here. The Falcons are due.
Takes for strike 1 high. Seems to be just barely moving that reticle to the outside of the plate. Count is now 2-1. Make that 3-1, an outside pitch. There's the payoff down the middle, fouled away by the pitcher. Count goes full, 2 outs. Runners were not on the move, but yep, we could see runners sent home around third base. He's going to be there in time, and we also see runner take third, so we now have runners at the corners. Falcons looking to push the envelope here.
Yeah, the pitcher's really helping himself out there. I'm sure that's a mojo boost.
And a bit of a weak hit will end the inning, but not after it's tied to all up here at 1. We go to the bottom of the second. Silly looks to answer. He fouls this one back.
Ooh, Arnold's
Nice.
still at... Ooh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say a nice piece of hitting there to get it past the second baseman.
Yeah, well, Arnold's still at neutral, but I think he's got a chance to lock it in here pretty soon. Just keep the runners off the base paths.
Nice power pitch there. Gets the strike at 100 miles an hour. Now comes low and away. Another good timed pitch. So it goes 1-2. He's going to throw the velo up and just barely missed the zone there.
Yeah, not a bad pitch to throw with the way these guys are chasing outside.
Swing and a miss. He's going to throw down to second for 2, but he's safe. He gets the strikeout. We have 1 away here, bottom of the second. This one's hit to the second baseman, which will advance that lead runner to third base. We now have 2 outs. Murray Meadery is at the plate.
Yeah, Murray has a chance to do some damage here, even with 2 outs. He's got a 50 power, 50 contact. He'll put the ball in play.
Oh,
wow.
Misses that one down just maybe below the zone, but it's definitely middle. Either way, Silly misses it, strikes out to end the second inning. We move to the top of the third, all square, 1-1.
Quick 0-2 count here. All right, I feel like at this point in the game, the pitchers are getting settled in, and I suspect scoring is going to be a little bit sparse for the next few, frames. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one team or the other can break away. Oh, it looks like we got a bit of lag here.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a little buffer on production end or not, but that's okay. Either way, we have a 2-2 count, a couple fouled away pitches for Maverick Mitchell with that Ace Exterminator active. Hoping to put it to use, but he will swing and miss. Low. Quan earns the strikeout.
Yeah,
Bringing Major Payne to the plate.
Yeah, these guys are playing at I think 81 ego, and this is at least feels like to me at the point where velocity really starts to matter, and you can see high velo pitches are still pretty effective at these lower egos compared to the AAA and XBL, but when you're getting up into the 80s for the first time, these high velo pitches feel pretty scary.
Yeah, it's no joke. I mean, there's even the off speeds, they're not just like beach balling in there. You still all the timing really matters. So
yeah, absolutely.
Falcons
like
get one on base, but unable to come away with anything. So we go to the bottom of the third here for the Mercenaries.
Yeah, it feels like there's a switch when you get to 80 ego. That jump feels pretty big to me, just the 79 to 80.
Yeah. So we do not see a pitcher dinger there from Quan, unfortunately. He kind of softly grounds out to the pitchers. This one's hit harder, knocked down, and it's going to be in time there at first base. A nice grab by the second baseman after the deflection. We have 2 quick outs. Mercenaries looking to get something going here in the third.
Yeah, it looks like Happy Arnold's starting to hit his stride.
Yeah, Easy's definitely been utilizing his, switching up of the velocities, going up in the zone high and then low away. Continues to work for him here, so he earns that third out. So we go 1-2-3 in the third. Easy will have Tony Stark, the 6-7-8, coming up here in the top of the fourth.
Another pitcher knockdown.
This one's not in time, though. Tony Stark has enough pace to get to first base. That was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, Tony's not that fast, but he made it.
This one left over the middle and punished. Base hit, runners at first and second with no outs.
Yeah, this is a big situation for the Falcons. No outs, runners on first and second. We still have Raekwon. His stats are starting to decrease here, so doing some damage, getting another run or two across, I think will do a lot to boost the Falcons' ego.
This one's shot over into center. It should be deep enough to advance the lead runner, and we see the throw go to third, so both runners will be allowed to tag up here, which is pretty massive, as we only have one out. Arnold is locked in. He gets a couple of extra batting stats, and Quan is still working with the choker trait here as the pressure meter is up to 3, so that's bringing that trait into effect.
Oh, good catch on the choker. Oh, this could be a run.
Indeed it is. We see the Falcons take a 2-1 lead now. The pitcher, I believe, does he have both RBIs?
Oh, he might. Yeah, you're right.
You see the final out there, so runner stranded at third. But I think you'll take that if you're easy, and the Falcons take the lead back here, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm really surprised the Falcons already have 7 hits.
Yeah, they've been stringing them together, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, but the Mercs are obviously trying to strike back. It's a nice double into the gap.
Definitely a nice start to the inning there. You'll always be happy with extra bases, and now we have a bad ball hitter coming up to try and take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, Happy Arnold's looking really great here on the mound.
Oh,
Oh,
shortstop can't corral it. We're going to see the lead runner be tested at the plate, and he's thrown out.
wow.
Oh, my
Aggressive,
third base
very
coach
aggressive.
might be under some fire here. After the game, we'll have to get some words. That's an aggressive send.
Yeah, in the words of Mist, I don't know what he was thinking. That's a tough call to send him on that play.
Yeah, it kind of sped up there. I wasn't sure how close exactly it was going to be, but it was always risky to send him. And on the flip side, the runner at first wasn't able to really advance or do anything, so bit of a lose-lose as Silly takes strike 3 there for out number 2.
Yikes.
Nice two-seamer, using that elite two-seamer trait. Count goes 1-1. This pitch is outside, but swung at, so a 1-2 count. And he saws off the batter. A soft grounder to third will end the 4th inning here. Falcons come back to the plate, looking to extend their 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Easy's looking great on the mound. He's locked in. I expect Arnold to stay in the game for quite a while.
That one maybe a bit more on the fair side, not quite as similar to the earlier third baseline hit. But they don't have the speed to make it to the base in time, so we'll see the first out there, and then a soft little floater to deep second base for out number 2.
Got the cleanup hitter up. Nothing to clean up at the moment, but I think Easy would still appreciate another base runner here to grind down. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, a bit of a surprising take, strike 3 there. That pitch was about as good as you could ask for.
Yeah, seriously.
Either way, he got thrown off and took strike 3. Comes back out to the mound, and first pitch swinging, we see out number 1. So the Mercenaries don't want to go too quick here. Maybe just need to take a breath, kind of corral themselves. Feel like we've had another pretty fast-paced game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. This one might be done in 20 minutes too.
There's a knock into left, so we'll get a base runner for the Mercenaries here. Raekwon back up to the plate, and yeah, I was curious to see if he would be pulled.
Yeah, wow. Early on, I guess we're going to see Mr. Who are we going to see?
Babytron.
Yeah, we're going to see
Right,
Babytron.
okay.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Runner advancing to second, and it's in time. That was close. But a nice steal there. Mercenaries putting themselves in a spot to try to take advantage of a single, which we see here. He's going to round the base. There's a decent arm in center, and wisely holds the lead runner there. I do not think he had a shot at the plate.
Nope.
So
I agree.
Third base coach learns from their earlier mistake, and we have runners on the corners now. Only one away for Joe Blobfish, who has done some damage throughout this series.
Well, it's that power mustache. That's where you get everything from. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit of a buff, but this one is not powerful. Oh, he has the speed, and he advances the runner from third to home to tie the game. We have a 2-2 game now, and this one's hit hard. Fast-paced action. The runner at second's going to hold up, so runners at first and second now. 2 outs and a mojo boost to the previous batter there.
Yeah, that's huge. Arnold's back to neutral here. Oh, he's not thinking about pulling him. Yeah, but still he loses his advantage being locked in. But not too much damage done here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, he allows the run there to have the game tied. It's a pretty mirror match across the board there. You saw 2 runs and 7 hits for each team through 5.
I mean, this is just reflective of this whole series, right? Both teams are pretty evenly matched. Pitchers are doing most of the work. But I don't think it's going to stay that way for long.
Ooh, a quick swing there on a pitch. Not really anywhere near the zone. It's going to fly out to the first baseman. So kind of 2 quick outs for the Falcons here. This one hit to second, and it's going to fall just low enough for that second baseman to grab it. So 1-2-3 go the Falcons. Mercenaries back up to the plate, hoping to continue the momentum they built for themselves in the last inning.
Yeah, Ziggy's up here with off-speed hitter trait. Looks like Arnold's going to rely on his fastball.
Does well to induce the ground out. That pitch was not swung on. For a second, as he was loading the meter, I thought it could have been trouble. This one hit into left field. The left fielder is not there in time. It falls to the ground, so we see a base hit here for Silly and his Mercenaries.
Yeah, that looked like a dive situation to me, but you never know. I've seen dives fail, and I have failed many dives in that situation. So
yeah. You also, I guess, maybe you just don't want to feel greedy and like dive unnecessarily, and then it gets, maybe you miss it, then it goes to the track and the wheels are falling off. So in a tie game, I kind of understand the conservative decision there.
Yeah, that's fair. Play it safe. I don't know what that means in my game personally, but I can understand why somebody else would do that.
You see a 2-1 count. Pitch was outside, but swung on with 2 outs, so this should be and is caught for the 3rd and final out of the 6th inning. Falcons move up here to the top half of the 7th. We'll see the 8, 9, and 1 spot, and very likely see a pinch hit situation for the next batter.
Yeah, the Falcons need to start chipping away at this at Babytron here. He's rocking and rolling. It's not going to be pretty if they can't get him off the mound.
Yeah, you want to try and keep that train off its tracks as much as possible. Easier said than done as Hawk 2 steps into the plate.
Well, I'm sure Colorado Springs with the Air Force Academy there has some missiles up its sleeves. Hidden in the Cheyenne Mountains.
Yeah, Falcons fans certainly hope so. We see 2 outs here. Babytron continues to roll, and that's a first pitch swinging grounder to second. Easily thrown over to first.
Yeah, you can tell he wants that pitch back.
Yeah. So a quick top of the 7th and a quick stretch lead us now into the bottom of the 7th here. Murray Meadery, the 8-spot hitter for the Mercenaries, will lead us off and take low strike 1. Sal Slinger enters the game, so we now have the, like you mentioned, 100K plus relievers for both sides in the game.
Not just 100, 123. I feel like that makes a difference.
It definitely does, and it's clearly making a difference in the game with the strikeouts and the weak, induced hits that they're earning.
Yeah, absolutely. That K collector trait is really coming into play for the Falcons.
Does well to go the opposite side of the Mar there with the changeup, and then goes back to the high velo, out of the zone and chased on for out number 2. Joe Blobfish doing his damage earlier. Also has that clutch trait, which is active here. Takes low, so it's a 2-1 count. Got to be careful here. And it's low and away now. Big Hack is activated as well. Massive power for Joe Blobfish.
That's a good pitch.
He hits one high. Is it going to have the distance?
I don't know.
Carrying.
Yeah,
What's the wind going to do? Oh, it's off the top of the wall.
Oh, wow. I thought that was gone. Wow.
I thought it was going to be just enough for the fan to reach over and maybe help him out. But we see it hit the top of the wall. And if you're a Falcons fan, you're probably breathing a sigh of relief there as you thought it might have been gone. And now that runner won't even matter.
Wow.
As they get the final out of the inning. So we go top of the 8th. A brief scare for the Falcons, but they come away unscathed.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe the left fielder didn't jump for that.
Yeah, I think he just thought he was like dead to rights. He just kind of gave up and was accepting his fate. All of a sudden, the ball hits off the wall.
Wow. We've got 4 bars of pressure here, which I think is an understatement.
Yep. This one hit softly, and that's going to see a mojo decrease there for that batter. So Major Payne's going to hope to come in and lift the spirits for his team here with 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, Babytron's locked in here. This is pretty murderous that what the mercenaries are doing to the Falcons.
Right, yeah, that pitch was chased low, and Major Payne had the slowpoke trait, so there's literally 0 chance of him really making it to first base unless it was mishandled or dropped. But that was not the case, so the mercenaries looking to try to take a lead here to go into the top of the 9th. They're going to have to get it done in the bottom of the 8th as they have some strong hitters here. We see Andy Ziggy, the 4 spot, has some very massive batting traits to work with.
Oh, great pitch. Oh, lag?
Yeah, we're getting a bit of lag here.
I think it's on our end.
1-2 count. It swung on and hit the right field. We're going to see the lead runner dig for third, and they're going to make it in there safely. So runners at the corners here. Game is in the balance.
Infield's pulled
Johnson
in.
Slinger is going to have to find an answer, and quick, because there's no outs. Runners on the corners.
I mean, I don't think the mercenaries would do this, but this could be an interesting bunt situation.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about. But he's also got to deal with the 95-mile-an-hour fastball is about to come into the way. Oh, that's a slow off-speed curveball hit on up the middle, so we're going to see the mercenaries take the lead here. The pressure will be on the Falcons as they eventually get to the plate, but before then, they're going to have to stop the bleeding here. Grounded to second, thrown over to first for the double play, so runner on third, lead runner advanced, but there's now 2 outs. Tiny glove.
That's a huge, huge double play.
Yeah. Feel like we haven't had a chance to catch our breath there for a few seconds as this one's hit at the center. Should be playable and is caught. So a bit of damage there. Mercenaries take the lead. It's only 1, but it's enough to put the pressure on for the Falcons to potentially be looking at their final 3 outs.
Ooh, back's against the wall, and we're going to get our first out here. Yeah, I think this is a tough situation for the Falcons. I mean, you really have to buckle down, just put the ball in play. I mean, he's obviously not swinging for the fences. Just get a contact swing, hopefully put something over the infielders' heads. But 3-0 count, that's a great start here, even with 1 out.
Yep, good discipline from Easy's. He sees the 4th pitch inside and high for ball 4, so 4 straight balls there from Babytron. A little uncharacteristic from him, but Easy's going to have to make a decision here. Potential pinch runner. No, he's just taking his time, collecting himself.
Yeah, it's a good call. I like to see it.
Yeah.
Take a breath. Get your head in the right space.
Yep, hasn't swung the bat, and the count's now 2-1. Goes 2-2. He has the high pitch trait.
Oh, yeah, he's taking a breath. His hands are sweaty.
Yeah, don't blame him. Takes one high and outside. The count goes full. He's going to call time again for the ump. Steps back in. This one's hit hard.
Oh,
off the jumping third baseman's glove. He's going to throw to first. It's not in time.
Wow, that could be a turning point for this series. If he pulls off a run here, I think this is the moment he just won, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see how things play out here. Dan Taylor, the 8 spot. He's got off-speed hitter trade and some pretty, average but decent hitting stats to work with. As there's 1 out with 2 on. This one's hit to the shortstop, but it goes past him. We're going to see some aggressive base running. He's coming to the plate. Oh, he goes back.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure he would have had it. I think that might be the right call. I don't think he has a lot of speed to work with.
I think you're right. Wow.
So, wise there from the Falcons not to run into any unnecessary outs here. They have a pinch hitter now with the bases loaded in the top of the 9th. They need 1 run to keep the game alive. This one's hit. Oh, it's off the part of the bat you don't want to see, and it's 2 away now. Falcons potentially down to their final out.
Does he have a pinch runner? Does he have a pinch runner he could put in?
I don't think I saw one as he scrolled through.
No, not really. Nobody's that fast. He's got a couple people. 68, I think, is his fastest bench player.
Oh, we're gonna see a mid-count pitching switch here.
Wow.
From Silly and the Mercenaries.
That is.
But the Submariner, oh, it's caught. No. I thought that Shirley was headed back up through the middle, but it was not to be as the Mercenaries come out ahead on top there in Game 5 to take a 3-2 series lead.
Yeah, wow. With a pitching change that a lot of folks in the community wouldn't appreciate, but it is legal.
Yeah, maybe some mind games, but to be fair, Babytron's stats were definitely dwindling at best, so well played there from both teams. A nice, exciting, close finish for Game 5, and give us a few seconds here, folks. We'll load up Game 6 here for everyone. All right, Game 6. Mercenaries, the 3-2 series lead, hoping to close things out at the Falcons' home stadium, Battery Bay. After how Game 5 just went, Sham, what's going through your head?
Man, I think, you got to be just a duck in water, like Ted Lasso says. You just got to let it roll off you if you're the Falcons. And if you're the Mercs, you also got to let that roll off you. You don't want to come in here feeling too cocky, too overconfident, because the end of that game was a little sloppy. But they did pull it out in the end. So hopefully we'll see some more hits, some more fun. I mean, let's just go.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Speaking of hits, we see one hard hit there to right field. Don't think he's going to have enough speed there to get advanced for extras, but a nice single to lead us off here. Billy and the Mercenaries looking to continue their hitting momentum they were carrying there in Game 5.
Yeah, absolutely. We're past both teams' ace starting pitchers, but of course they still have their ace relievers waiting in the bullpen. So expect to see these starting pitchers get pulled pretty quickly. Oh, wow, especially after swings like that. Wow, 2-run homer just to lead off the game.
Yeah, I wish he could have that one back in his hand. That ball, or that pitch was very hittable, driven very deep over right field. We're going to have an early lead for the Mercenaries. They got to be feeling good.
Yeah, Queen K's is already feeling some of the pressure. She's tense, just 1 out into the game.
That one's hard hit. It's going to be a little early probably on the swing timer as it goes foul down the third base line. 1-1 count, and even that ball was hard hit. It was on the ground, but it's good enough for a single here. And the Mercenaries, their bats are in full stride here in the top half of the first.
Yeah, this is a scary position to be in if you're the Falcons or if you're a Falcons fan. You need to see these hits get limited. Otherwise, we could see some the Falcons be at a huge disadvantage before they even get a chance to get at bat.
Yeah, that's another hit. Queen K is really if you're a Falcons fan, like you said, hope she starts living up to her name. She induces a fly out here, so that'll be only the second out. We do have runners at first and second. Mercenaries looking to push the pedal to the metal here as they have that 2-0 lead early.
Queen K's is down to two outs here with runners on first and second. Oh, and that's going to be a pop out for to end the inning.
Should be caught, and it is. All right, so allows 2 early, but kind of comes back well enough to stop the bleeding. 2 runs is not the end of the world by any means.
No, absolutely not. But I think the Falcons do need to get a little bit of confidence here. Same advice as always: don't chase garbage. Get a couple hits, and I think they'll have as good a chance as anybody to take this game 6.
That one seemed to be chased outside the zone to the shortstop, easily thrown to first for out number 2. See Maverick Mitchell to the plate here.
Oof. Yikes. That's not the start that you want as the Falcons.
Yeah, not the start, and I mean, I got to think just getting rocked in the first inning had a lot to do with the approach at the plate there. This one's hit hard. Oh,
Could
this
be.
is deep. This is certainly over the wall. It is. 3-0 lead for the Mercenaries in an elimination game.
Yeah, wow. The long ball is in play. I don't think that's going to be the last one that we see here. The Mercs are looking as hot as they ever do. This is going to be a long or a very short game if the Falcons don't tighten up their pitching and avoid giving up these big hits.
Yeah, and there's Gun Clapp as the starting pitcher for the Mercenaries, finding a hit for himself. So these bats are just absolutely rolling. That one sneaks by the second baseman, but the pitcher wasn't sure if it was going to be caught, so he's actually going to just be forced out at second for the first out of the second inning.
Ooh,
Soft
lucky.
hit. Is it going to be enough to get through?
Nope.
I don't think so. Good diving play by the second baseman to at least get one out there. It does advance the runner into scoring position. And we see an intentional walk. With those stats, you just had to respect it, but unfortunately, it's double-barreled as the bad ball hitter is up at the plate. We see a double steal attempt.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Aggressive.
no.
Wow.
Final out of the inning at third base. Coaches around the nation will not be happy to see that.
Don't make the third out at third base, right?
Oh, man, what a chance. 2 on and bad ball hitter, but he was feeling it. He was just in the moment and sent him. It didn't pan out for the Mercenaries there.
Yeah, you
But
don't
if you're
want to
the
do
Falcons,
that. Got your
yeah,
there.
yeah, but if you're the Falcons, I mean, you really dodged a bullet there, hoping to maybe even continue the momentum back into your favor as we get a runner on base with no outs now.
Yeah, these swings, I mean, this is interesting. I wonder, I mean, my experience in the league isn't the same as everybody else's, but it does, some of these base running mistakes or throwing mistakes, I feel like we don't see those mental mistakes at the higher levels, and I think in AA, people are getting some gifts that they don't realize that they're being given.
Yeah, that might be fair to say. I would probably echo some of that to say at the AA level, you see it on both sides, so it's not usually, it's not one-sided for that type of stuff to be going on, but we still have a close series on our hands here as there's a runner in scoring position for the Falcons. There's only 1 out, but he chases a high pitch there. Probably wishes he had that one back, so now we have 2 outs here in the third inning, or excuse me, bottom of the second inning for Landon Fast, the 7th spot hitter for the Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, that was practically a tomahawk swing. Oh, that's fair.
That one's hard hit and fair. That's going to be the first Falcons run of the game here. We're going to see if he can dig for second in time. Does not have the speed, so he'll retreat to first and be happy with his RBI. Cuts the lead to 2.
Yeah, good call to keep the runner at first, and the Falcons have to feel great about getting a run on the board here.
Yeah, you can kind of breathe a little bit now. You know that you're in this game. You're not chasing the entire time with no runs put up. You finally got your first one, so you can kind of take a breath here. Unfortunately, he'll take strike 3 looking. So back to the mound go the Falcons, but that lead, like we said, was cut down to 2. It is a 3-1 lead for the Mercenaries.
Yeah, that was a pretty juicy slider that got left over the plate there for strike 3.
Yeah, might have seen some lag for that red circle. Count goes quickly 2-0, and that one's fouled away.
That ball's inside.
Good take from the Mercenaries batter. Count is 3-1. Decently hit ball, but it's right to the third baseman. That'll be out number 1.
Yeah, it does seem like Easy settling in a little bit on the mound here. We're seeing more confident pitching, doing a better job working inside, outside. So maybe Queen K's will stay in the game a little bit longer.
Yeah, those in-game, real-time adjustments are not always easy, but he has earned back-to-back groundouts for 2 outs in the third and make it 3 in a row as we see the third out there to the second baseman. So a clean inning for the Falcons and their pitching staff as they'll seek to try to chase this lead here.
Well, let's see if Queen K's can help herself out at the plate.
Always going to be tough with that small reticle there for the pitcher. I was honestly curious if she was going to get pulled, but based on how that clean inning just went, I think you could hear the argument that you might keep her in the game.
Yeah, I'd leave her in. She's starting to heat up. It's still only the third inning. There's a lot of game left.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, surprise. We don't see that one swung at. But it could be the plate discipline stuff, Takes that one outside, takes another outside, and no throw to the stealing base runner there. So a runner in scoring position, only 1 out. Now have a 2-2 count.
Yeah, I wonder
if swings inside with the inside pitch straight, and she's close, but out by a step at first to advance the runner. So there's 2 outs here now in the third.
Yeah, we're seeing Easy hold off on strikes on off-speed pitches. I wonder if he's sitting fastball. Oh, great dive.
Nice diving play there by the shortstop to end the inning and save a run. Mercenaries got to be happy with the performance there. This one's hit hard, but not deep enough. It's going to be caught out there in left field by Landon Fast for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, it's really impressive how Queen K's seems like she's sort of found her accuracy. She's been hitting spot after spot.
Yeah, it's almost kind of pitching to contact at this point as that ball's hit deep to right field this time, but caught right before the warning track, so 2 away here.
Uh-oh, is this lag on our end? Oh, maybe just me.
Not sure, but we roll on. It's a 1-1 count now. Yeah, no, I got it as well. Count goes 2-1 now. We'll see a pitch challenged inside and swung at to induce the pop-up. Second baseman's tracking back and brings it in for out number 3.
Yeah, really great job Easy's doing here, hitting his corners. That makes a huge difference. That's like saying good pitching is good. I mean, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's definitely collected himself from how that first inning went. Falcons only have 2 hits here, as we'll see Major Payne ground out for out number 1 in the 4th. Gonna need to see a bit of an improvement at the plate here from Easy and his Falcons. It's not gonna be easy though, as the Mercenaries are known to be, huge, maybe even the best pitcher for this season in the AA.
Oh, definitely
so
the best.
It's a tall task for sure for the Falcons to try to chase this lead here, as that ball's barely made contact with back to the pitcher. So we head to the top of the 5th now. Mercenaries lead us 3-1 in Game 6 elimination.
Ooh, body shot.
But he rushes it off. Yeah, great throw over to first. So nice play there from Major Payne.
That was painful. No, I was going to say, though, that the Mercenaries far and away had the best pitching this season in AA. You were seeing it tonight with just how dominant he is. But I think what he does is he makes batters feel silly. I remember feeling silly going up against the Mercs this season. He got me to swing at just like the worst pitches. So he knows what he's doing out there. but apparently he's playing with a bat at the moment instead of swinging.
Yeah, he was just content to take some pitches there. The first one was definitely, middle, high middle, very hittable, but with his approach, it did not pay off as he takes strike 3, curveball right at the knees. That'll take us now into the bottom of the 5th. Falcons looking to get something going offensively.
Yeah, we're seeing 7, 8, and 9 here. I mean, still the 5th inning. If I got runners on, I would consider pulling my pitcher, but we'll see.
Yeah, that pitch almost on the high corner inside. Driven to left center, but it's not going to do any damage as it's corralled in by that left fielder for out number 1.
Yeah, I think Easy sitting fastball here. He's having a little bit of a hard time with any off-speed pitches. Oh, she's getting pulled. Wow, 5th inning. Well, thinking about it.
And he does pull the trigger. Okay. Octua at the plate. Gonna have to deal with some off speed as we see curveball, then changeup. That one's hit hard, but right at that shortstop. So the pinch hit situation does not generate any offensive output, unfortunately, for Falcons fans.
Well, at least they've got Johnson Slinger coming out, so it's that's good news.
He's going to induce a pop-up to center field. That's caught there by Steve Rogers for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, great pitching. It must be nice to have an ace in the hole there when you are in a situation like Easy's just in here in the 5th inning. You know you're not really losing much by pulling your starter because you've got Johnson Slinger right behind you.
Yeah, both of those, ace relievers are just so reliable for both guys. Definitely adds a layer of comfortability as this one's hit hard into center, but it should be just right before the track. We'll see 3 outs, so a clean inning there. Easy, hoping to do something here at the plate as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, that was great pitching. Johnson Slinger is doing damage up there on the mound.
Getting his job done. Now he just needs the batters to do their part. We have a 1-2 count. This one's hit right over to that third baseman. A lot of activity down that third base line so far this evening. That'll be out number 1.
Good contact, but not in the right direction.
Yeah, I think 74 power on the swing meter, had the inside pitch trade active as well, just maybe slightly misreticled, and that's unfortunately for them not going to do any damage, but this pitch is driven into center, and that's going to sail over the diving center fielder at least 2 bases, maybe even 3. Runners digging for 3, goes back, and I think that well, the fielder drops it. Yeah, I think he made the right call.
Yeah.
If that third baseman had grabbed it, he probably was going to be in position. But regardless, we see some life. And just as I was saying that, inning comes to a close on a weak pop-up to the pitcher. So the Falcons will have to try to take some positives away there as they got extra bases. A glimpse of what they could try to do at the plate. Going back to the mound now as Mercenaries lead us 3-1.
Yeah, Zlat, you said it there. They need to take away the positives. Finally got a great almost triple. That means that the Mercenaries aren't infallible on the mound. The Falcons can make their comeback.
We've seen both teams put up some runs in the series. The Falcons are going to have to at some point deal with Babytron, right? So.
Oh, he's waiting.
Yeah, I'm sure he's lurking to come out here in the next inning. As those suspicions were pretty easy to make, but are certainly confirmed with the pinch hitter now here.
Oh, there's never any doubt Babytron's waiting.
Easy took a moment there, switched up the timing and earned strike 2. It's a quick 0-2 count on this pinch hitter. High velo, but takes a 1-0-2 fastball for ball 1. It's 1-2 now. Challenged low and away, swinging and a miss. First strikeout and the third out. Falcons come back to the plate, but the pressure is certainly on. After the stretch here, they're needing 2 to tie this game.
Yeah, it certainly feels like time just isn't on the Falcons' side. I think if we were playing an 18-inning game, I think they'd have a pretty good chance here. But as it is, their opportunities are dwindling.
Yeah, you can feel the sort of palpable urgency on the Falcon side as he continues to swing at these pitches that are, you know, sometimes just nibbling right near the zone. Really tough to get any hits going on those pitches that are going to just have a bit of a penalty to them since they're not inside the zone.
Yeah, it could be the nerves, could be the match, you know, could be the World Series, or it could just be the way Easy likes to hit. It's hard to say at this point, but he's not helping himself out by chasing anything, and luckily he showed a little bit of discipline right there, taking a walk.
Yep, yeah, it was a good at bat there. Earns the walk and the free base, so 1 out with a runner on. He takes there for a 1-1 count now. That ball's high. Continues to take. He's forcing the Mercenaries to make something happen as he takes this ball deep to center. Looks like it's going to just barely die before the track. Considered tagging from first, but no real opportunity for that because we now have 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Dan Taylor's got decent stats. I think we're seeing Easy take a deep breath, try to calm down and focus for this 2-out at bat.
Yeah, I think the previous at bat he had like 91 power, you know, on that swing timer. So he's getting the timing of the reticle. It's just the placement of the reticle now. He needs that second component.
Ooh.
Oh, barely missed that one there for strike 3. We head now to the top of the 8th. Mercenaries still carry that 3-1 lead that they've held since the early portion of this game.
Yeah, the Mercs know how to get you on the outside of the zone.
The pitch into contact continues here. Another fly out to center, so a quick out. Not quite sure what Silly was thinking there. He just took his time in the menu. We're back in the action now. Strike 1 over the plate. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. K-Collector becomes active yet again. High velo swung on and missed. A 3-pitch strikeout there for Slinger and the Falcons. They now have 2 outs here, top of the 8th.
Yeah, great pitch. Well, not a great pitch, but it got the job done.
Yeah, it was good sequencing. You know, he seemed to really have his finger on the pulse for that at bat. We now see another 0-2 count go now 1-2 against Uno Juno, the 3-spot hitter for the Mercenaries. He swings and fouls one away. That was inside.
Yeah, Slinger's stats are just off the chart right now.
Yeah, he's getting his job done. He's holding them to no runs since he's entered the game. We now go to the bottom of the 8th here for the Falcons. And Slinger's at the plate, I think.
Oh, you got to take him out.
Yeah, he took a quick strike. Maybe he didn't realize who was batting.
Maybe.
But certainly, I mean, who's the catcher there? They're stimulated.
Yeah, just put him in. Yep, Levy.
There's a strike.
Ooh, 0-2.
Great curveball from Silly there, 0-2. Now you just know he's going to nibble away around the zone.
Ooh.
And he plays the mind games. Maybe knew that Easy was going to think of it that way. Goes back in the zone for strike 3.
Well, could drop. Maybe. Nope.
Oh, nice diving play. Just caught it the last second by the center fielder there for out number 2. The Mercenaries inching closer to putting their name on the trophy.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end here.
Strike 2, 2-2 count. That one swung on and hit to the third baseman who's been active and earns yet another out there. So we head to the top frame of the 9th. Mercenaries a 3-1 lead and a 3-2 series lead. If they can hold on the rest of the way, they will have earned themselves the honor of being AA champions for this season.
Yeah, huge honor, but there's a whole inning to go through first. So we'll see. I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, network.
This is
This is the lag. Okay.
We have
So
a DC
new
situation, I
game.
think. Yep. Yeah, I think the players were kind enough to stitch things together for us, so we should be right back in the action. This is technically the top of the 9th. A 3-1 lead for the Mercenaries in the game. And they started off with a base hit there, a single.
It was basically just a rain delay, but we moved the game to the next
Yeah.
day.
Count goes 0-2. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Another one, and it's thrown wide. Oh, mistake.
Oh, no.
First baseman couldn't come up with it, so now runner in scoring position with no outs. This one's hit softly. It's going to drop in right field. We're going to see a potential play at the plate. The throw comes in. The runner is in time. He extends the lead now. It is 4-1 Mercenaries.
Jeez Louise, those throwing errors will kill you.
This one hit softly, and that's going to just to be a huge twist of the knife.
Look at that. That ball's
Nobody
going
could
like
get
2
to it.
miles an hour.
Oh, my word.
I feel like
the pain.
Easy's got to be thinking like that's what the ball was supposed to do last game.
Oh, this one's carrying.
That's gone.
At the track.
Oh, caught.
Nobody's tagging though, so no real movement, just one out. I have a feeling if we didn't have a DC and we were back in the mojo pressure situation, that would have been over the fence. As this one squeaks by the pitcher, but it's going to be corralled and thrown over from short to first for out number 2. We have runners and now at second and third, 2 outs, top of the 9th. It's a 4-1 lead for the Mercenaries.
Yeah, this is crazy. Who's pitching here? Ulfric? Is that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Look at those stats. That just registered with me. Uh-oh. Could be caught.
Okay, out number 3. Okay. So Slinger gives up 1. It's a 4-1 in-game score after the disconnect. And we're now in the bottom of the 9th for the Falcons. Facing their potential final 3 outs to the series here. Gonna have to work up a lot of magic to extend the game.
Oh, high and inside. Way too high. There we go.
Good patience. Sees the count go full. That one's low and fouled away. We'll do it all again.
Yeah, just a little late on that high velo.
I'm not quite sure. There's a bit of a lag or processing there. It sounded like a strikeout, so we got 1 out in the bottom of the 9th.
I think I heard a swing and a miss.
This one's grounded to first. Thrown to the pitcher who catches it and safely taps on the bag. So 2 outs now. The final out potentially for the Falcons.
This could be it. I mean,
Better
it's a
field.
for the season.
Season on the line. This one's hit to second. Thrown to first in time. And your Mercenaries are your World Series champions of the AA.
Wow. Bravo, Mercenaries. I mean, that was just an incredible display of pitching. They had the clutch hits when they needed to. I mean, they were just an amazing team this season all around. So congratulations, Silly. That was awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats to both players there for making it a great show for you guys to put on for us. Thank you for letting us cast it. It was a blast. Congrats again, of course, to Silly, earning your name on the trophy there. It was a long season. Like you've said a couple times, Sham, is quite the marathon. It was not a sprint by any means, and Silly really kind of showed throughout the entire season what it took and how hard it was to come out there on top.
Hey, pitchings get wins and home runs get you wins, and Silly had both, and this trophy is extremely well deserved. But wow, can we talk about Easy doing as much as he can to make No Hummus's prediction come true? I mean, he got hot in the playoffs, and he felt like he was in it like every single pitch, even 2 outs bottom of the 9th, Game 6. He was in it. He was pitching just out of his mind. I mean, I think the better team won. But wow, Easy should be patting himself on the back because he put on a heck of a performance, and he deserves his second place.
Yeah, I mean, we saw moments of, the Mercenaries and their home run, come into play. They had, I forget now how many exactly, but a lot of home runs they're able to put up. That's just a really difficult game style to deal with. And he was able to start to find some success even in Game 6 there. Those early couple runs, he was able to stabilize and not allow much really until that 9th inning where a couple trickled in. But yeah, congrats to both players. Great seasons from you guys. And thank you again to just the AA as a whole. We here in the XBL don't always have the AA. It just depends on the availability of people. But thank you guys for continuing to play on throughout the season and show up. So it's been a blast and a pleasure here to cast the World Series, and hope to see you guys here next season. We have, of course, a couple more streams to come on your way. Finish out the XBL semifinals and the World Series after those semifinals have come to a conclusion. So a lot of baseball action, a lot of real, playoff baseball action starting at the same time, coincidentally. So there's some pretty high vibes right now in the baseball communities.
Oh, for sure. Hey, I got to say too, I mean, I played in AA this season. It was a great intro to XBL. I mean, it was a blast. I'm so glad we had it. I think AA should be there every season. I mean, every game was fun. Everything felt tense, trying to get those wins, squeaking them out, and having a chance to prove that you belong in this league is a ton of fun. And I think the XBL is all the better for it. So thank you to everybody who participated and supported, because this was just awesome. And I'm so proud to have been able to play and then, cast the World Series, even though I'm not salty that I'm not in it, but it's still awesome. It's great to see these guys play at such a high level.
Yeah, it's awesome. And, likewise, I mean, I've participated in the AAA and the XBL, but I can almost say I think I might have more fun in the booth. Like, I guess I don't have the pressure of, playing in the game, but it's just so much fun to see everybody participate and be able to kind of tap into that energy there. So really do appreciate you guys having us. Thank you again for putting those videos together, dealing with the lag. That's always a struggle, but we do appreciate everyone's efforts there. Any final parting words from you, Sham?
Hey, we'll see you guys next season. Cheers. Good game.
Yep. Cheers. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Bye.